Hi, I'm Jamie Andreas from GuitarPrinciples.com. I'm going to show you how to practice the chords G, E minor, C to D, and how to change them. Complete instructions for learning each chord and doing the chord changes can be found in the Guitar Principles publication, The Path, Chords and Rhythm. So here's how to go about learning and changing the chords to Amazing Grace. The G chord, you're going to place your second finger on the sixth string. You're not going to put it like this as we would for playing a single note with the last joint bent. You're going to put it flat and overlap, meaning there's an extra finger over the string. So not like this, but like that, because we're going to pull against it and bring the 3 over here to the first string. Now this is the 2-finger G chord, which actually sounds better than the 3-finger. The 5th string will be blocked. If you use the 3-finger G chord, the first finger then will go down here. Now, one advantage this has in this song is that it does make the next change a tiny bit easier because your first finger is already down for the E minor, and you will just go like that for the E minor. So from E minor to G, the 2 will just come over like that. The 1 will probably want to lean back a little bit, and your elbow will need to go out a little bit as you change into the E minor. If you use the 2-finger, then before the change, just put this down and do it the same way. Now, the E minor to the C. E minor to C is not an easy change. You'll leave your second finger where it is. You'll stretch out your first finger to here, and you'll stretch out your third finger to there, the C chord. Now, that is not easy to do if your hand is not developed, meaning that the muscles in the hand itself are not developed to pull the fingers back, which they're not for beginner players. Then you will find that quite difficult, and that might lead you to do a very bad type of C chord like this, where you're squeezing, and that'll cause you a lot of problems. Now you may see players doing it that way, but that's because if you're already developed, you can do things in a lazy way like this, and you know when to do it and when not to, but you really don't want to start that way. So the way to get the hand developed for this is to do the left hand exercises called foundation exercises found in the Principles of Correct Practice for Guitar. Then you'll be able to do this easily. So that's the E minor to C, and then we go back to the G. Leave your 1 down and begin to elbow out, extend your 2, pull back your 3, and then release your 1 back to the G chord. Then we go into another E minor. Now, if I'm going G to E minor, I'll hold my 3rd finger on the first string just for contact lightly, and I'll probably slide down a little bit as my 1 and 2 go back into the E minor. That makes that change very easy. Now the E minor to the D, when you're first learning it, what you want to do on this change is to leave the 1 down while you move the elbow out, get your 2 onto the first string, then bring your 1 over and bring your 3. Now, if your hand is not developed, then what's going to happen is as you pull your 2 over, your 3 will go like this. Do not let that happen. Stop, relax, breathe, and keep the 3rd finger forward like this. As the 2 goes down, then your 1 and 3 will go like that. And now back to the G. When I'm going back to the G here, I will hold the 1, extend the 2. When it makes contact, I'll let go of the 1 and I'll put the 3 down. Now G to C requires turning the hand again. So I'm going to, if I look at it slowly, I'm going to keep my 2 as I bring my 3 forward. Once my 3 makes contact, I'll start moving the 2 and the 1 into place. Now realize that after you are developed properly, you'll be able to just pick up all your fingers and go into chord shapes, because when the fingers are developed, you can form chords over the strings like this. But you cannot do this in the beginning. So in the beginning, it is much better to change the chords in the way I'm showing you here. So that's the G to the C. And back to the G. Going back to the G, leave your 1 on the string to help you get those two fingers in place. And we have E minor again, and the same changes. Okay. So those are the chord changes for the song. I'm going to play through the song. I'm going to count out 3 beats because it's 3 beats in a measure here. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to start to play, and there's a bar intro. 1, 2, 3. Thank you for watching this Guitar Principles guitar lesson. If you'd like to find out how good you could really be on guitar, learn more about the principles. It's the only guitar method in existence that teaches you how to teach your fingers to play like a pro, instead of struggling with every song you try to learn. If you're tired of guitar lessons that just show you what it looks like if you can already do it, and would like to know the real secrets of making your fingers play like a pro, learn more about the principles and all the other teaching resources to be found at guitarprinciples.com. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more one-of-a-kind guitar lessons.